This is a Headgum original.
In 1977, NASA sent 2 solid gold records into space so that aliens might find them and understand life on Earth.
I send greetings on behalf of the people of our planet and friendly wishes to all who may encounter this Voyager.
Now, we're making new records with our friends.
We step out of our solar system into the universe, seeking only peace and friendship. We know full well that our planet and all its inhabitants are but a small part of this immense universe that surrounds us.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
Well, look what we have here.
Look what the cat, and I cannot stress this enough,
Dragged
in.
You
Dragged
look
from the gutter.
dragged.
Dragged from the gutter into my eye line. Look what the cat absolutely rustled up in the gutter to bring to me here.
Well, look what the cat bit, sort of roughly licked around, made damp and gross, and dragged into here.
Okay.
What part was?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
the
think
damp?
it was licked and damp for me. That was like, why is you're
Cat
making it
tongue.
sexual again?
I
as
don't
you
think that was
always do on the
sexual.
pod.
I actually think I was being like actively sort of grotesque.
Listeners, licked and damp. Does it get sexual when you hear that?
Not for me.
Casey's messing with the cameras. Casey, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just making adjustments. Keep going. You're great.
Anya's not in the room, so we get to go wild. Absolutely. She will never know what happened in here.
What are your bottom 5 qualities about Anya? And then I'll do top 5.
Taller than me,
Mm.
but still short.
So that's 2.
Well, I think taller than me, but still short is 1. It's
Okay,
like
1.
taller than me is not a negative, but to be short and taller than me.
Yeah, to be overall in the grand picture.
Yeah, for
big
people to be like,
picture,
she's short, but she's taller than me.
and she's taller than you. Well, it's disrespectful to you.
Exactly.
Because now you have nothing.
Right. It's like, oh, we're both short.
But I'm the taller of the 2. Casey messing with the camera again. No, let's not do the Anya thing. I feel bad. She works so hard.
She's going to love what I just said about her.
She's tall for being short.
It was a bottom quality, but it was ultimately still nice.
She's speaking of bottom qualities. What have you been up to? I'm sorry. Speaking of quality bottoms, what have you been doing? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing there.
In there.
In there. How you been? No. Turn it off. Turn off the water and the mic.
Should we do an ASMR intro?
Hey, little freaks. So good to be back with you here in this sacred space.
Tap the mic.
This is me scratching your back.
And this is me scratching your hair.
Shelby's being really scary. The face that Shelby made when she scratched your hair was really scary.
I'm trying not to laugh because
she would-
ultimately I know that that's bad
She went,
for ASMR.
Shelby went, this is me scratching your hair.
I just know that if I were to laugh into the mic for an ASMR episode, this won't be an ASMR episode, but
We're doing the whole episode ASMR.
that it would be disturbing if I was laughing directly into the mic, so I was trying to hold it in.
Yeah.
And it did make my face look weird while I was...
You're not doing a very good job of whispering. You're
I'm
bringing
doing
it up
soft-spoken
here.
ASMR. I'm doing
Oh,
soft-spoken
okay,
ASMR.
my bad.
It's actually a method.
That's actually my bad. I don't know anything about the ASMR community, so.
You're awesome, guys.
Okay, point of view. I'm your boyfriend, and we're going to bed after a party.
And I'm the girlfriend. We're doing both parts.
What the fuck was that? Your energy at dinner.
I know, but you were being so weird.
How was I being weird?
Do you remember? We were with my parents.
Yes, I remember that your parents were there.
You literally, touched my boob.
I grabbed your boob one time.
In front of my dad.
During appetizers. Everything goes during appetizers. You know that.
No, everything goes during desserts. That's the
Fuck. You're right.
And that's why I was like, what the fuck? And then it set the tone for the whole meal, and I couldn't get back on track. I wanted to get back on track.
so sorry. I thought it was everything goes during appetizers.
No, it's dessert because it's like no matter what happens, everyone's leaving after this.
You're so right. I forget. It's hard dining with your family because you guys have so many rules.
Yeah. Like almost nothing goes during entrees.
Now it makes sense why your dad was touching me like that during dessert.
Yeah.
I was like, this was supposed to be during appetizers.
No, appetizers.
And he was stroking me off.
And I thought that was weird too because he usually
He never strokes people off.
he doesn't like to do it.
Yeah.
He told me when I was a little girl.
Okay.
He said, I do not like to stroke people. He said,
Okay.
this was, oh God, what was it? This was when I lost my first tooth. We had a long talk.
Yeah.
And he was like,
I'm sorry, just to cut in. And I'm so sleepy, we should go to bed soon. Your dad, when you lost your first tooth, told you that he didn't like jerking people off. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and I honor that. And I honor that.
Conversation was like, it was really long. It was actually one of the most like poignant conversations of my childhood. Right?
That's incredibly hard to believe.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, well, good night. Oh my God. Back to normal volume now.
Yeah, thank God.
I saw Jake and Amir.
Everyone's sleeping now.
I saw
Everyone that's listening to the podcast is sleeping now.
three things happened to me between my car and the front doors of Headgum today. Do you want to know what they are?
Yes. Start with number one.
Number one, I get out. I'm no more than 3 steps out of my gorgeous Jeep Wrangler, which rides like a dream, by the way. I've got all the windows off right now. I'm no more than 3 steps out of my gorgeous Jeep Wrangler. And what do I hear from traffic? Caleb! And I'm thinking, oh no, a fan spotting. I can't have this today. I'm wearing a simple sweater and a hat.
I actually love this sweater, but continue.
Well, thank you. But I'm like, I don't want to see a fan today. I'm not glam at all. I have no glam. And this is my natural skin. You probably are thinking I'm wearing makeup because I look beautiful.
You think he's wearing glow screen?
I'm not even wearing glow screen today. This is my natural skin. It's really good. And who do I look across the street and see? I'm looking, there's big sunglasses, kind of a big bun going on. I'm like, who is this? And the person in the car goes, Caleb, it's Kate Berlant. and it's comedian Kate Berlant. And I said, Kate, how are you, babe? She said, good. And I probably shouldn't say what she told me where she was going. I don't know if that would be weird to reveal, but it wasn't personal.
Weeks. 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Well,
You're like,
I don't know.
It's funny to think she was just like going to the park. And
yeah.
You're like, I don't want to reveal that.
Reveal that she's going to the park. No, I mean, it's probably weirder what I did just now than just saying. But I was like, where are you going? And she told me, and then she was like, what are you doing? And I didn't hear her. And I said, well, good to see you. And she's like, at this point, she said, where are you going? I said, podcast. She said, okay. She drove off.
You didn't ask her to do it?
Do the pod? Well, no, she had plans, and we have guests coming, so.
Not today. I just mean generally.
In general, yeah, Kate, come on the pod. I'm sure she watches.
Watches.
I'm sure she watches our
listen.
YouTube videos.
She says, fuck Spotify, fuck Apple Podcasts. I watch where it matters.
Keeping Records on YouTube.
YouTube.
I love her. She's very funny. I was happy to see her in traffic today. That's number one.
What was number 3?
Number 3. My fresh, just purchased iced coffee falls off the top of the parking meter onto the ground, spills all over the ground in front of like 3 people that are standing behind me to pay for their parking as well.
I am near tears.
I was.
I am right now.
And I'm already having a pretty bad day / week. Maybe life. We'll see. We'll see how the trajectory goes from here. It's early yet.
It's early yet. So
it's early yet.
It could go any direction.
And the coffee spilling in front of strangers was really about enough to make me break down. That was tough.
Did you yell at anyone?
No, of course I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You guys are mad at me. Now there's coffee on the ground. You guys are going to have to like stand near the coffee. I'm like completely doing.
Threw up.
I'm like, sorry, you guys, if you guys wanted a drink, it's too late. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, they're strangers to me. And then the second thing that happened, and this is going to be your favorite one. I met a little freak on the street. Right after I talked to Kate, right before I dropped my coffee, somebody
sort of in a perfect moment for them to meet you. Had they met you before the Kate, you would have been in a less good mood.
Yes.
Had you seen you after the coffee, you would have been in a way worse mood.
Yeah, it was the perfect. And they said, I love your podcast. And I said, oh my God, I'm going to do it right now. And she said, I know. I live near here, and I always wonder if I was going to run into you guys at the door or something. And I was like, oh my God. I think her name was Virginia. I might be getting that wrong. Virginia.
If it's you, we love you. If your name is something else like Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Or Maryland.
If you're a person who isn't named Virginia and you ran into me in front of Headgum on the Muna episode day, which is what today is, I apologize for not remembering your name.
Rhode Island.
Maybe it's New York, Arizona.
Speaking of Arizona.
Please do.
Should-
I was hoping you would.
Should I, and this is a question for you, and I know your answer,
Mm.
because you've told me because we've talked about it, and the freaks. Should I, my grandma just died.
What going on?
Only laughing because
What
what a
going
weird
on?
thing to say. A true thing to say, but a weird thing to say. And she drove a red Volkswagen Bug convertible.
No, I've already sounded off on this.
And something about the insurance and the policy and something. For 2 years, we need to maintain ownership of it. And my mom wants me to have it
Yes.
because I'm closer to Arizona. And also, my mom lives in Ohio where a convertible is practical for exactly 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, should I adopt the red
Yes.
Volkswagen Bug?
I'm super pro this. Shelby brought this up to me in the car the other day when I was picking her up from LAX.
He did that.
Which I was
He
extremely
did that.
I was extremely happy to do. I don't mind doing stuff like that for Shelby. I'll do it for her anytime.
But he does actually have a pretty hard limit with other people.
Yeah. I have such a hard limit with it. In fact, that when I offered Shelby said, "Are you sure?" But
I
I
could
said,
get an Uber.
"I can get an Uber, babe." They're like $150 recently. They're really expensive.
And it's a conversation, you know?
Yeah, and I had to be with a stranger, so it's like still mask on. When I'm with a friend, I get to take the mask off.
Right. Mask off.
Fuck it, mask off.
Fucking mask off.
I've been very pro taking the Bug because it's a convertible in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And as someone who has one, I can't tell you how nice it is to throw the top down on a gorgeous day.
On a gorgeous day.
And also, your only reason not to is that you hypothetically might go camping at some time. And
Well, and that it's a Volkswagen Bug. I think that's a pretty uniquely sort of embarrassing car.
I don't think it's embarrassing.
You don't.
No, and I think a lot of...
If you met me and I had a Volkswagen Bug, you wouldn't have been kind of like, why don't you drive that?
Be careful. I think a lot of our listeners probably drive Volkswagen Bugs.
Hey guys, welcome back to our ASMR channel. If you drive a Volkswagen Bug, I'm so sorry, babe. But it is kind of embarrassing, but I might join you soon.
This is me scratching your Volkswagen Bug.
This is me opening the door. This is me closing the door of your Volkswagen Bug.
Casey is out of his headphones. He's so pissed off. Casey has taken his headphones off in protest. He can't do it with us anymore. It was so quiet and then so loud.
I love doing an
He put them back on. All right, Casey, I'm done. No more. Because we don't want to upset Casey. He does a lot of good work on the pod. But yeah, basically, this is me closing the door. I think you should get the Bug.
Okay, guys, sound out. When we release this episode, I'll put a poll.
Okay.
And you guys get to decide if I get the Volkswagen Bug. And then you guys get to decide if I get a Volkswagen Bug. What you have to know also is this does mean I sell my Toyota 4Runner.
Which
Is a reliable car that could last me years and years and years.
it's an extremely reliable car.
It's also a gas guzzler.
It's a gas guzzler. Shelby has scraped it. Shelby scraped it on a garage when we were at a pool day once. It's the sides all fucked up from it. I took
has
out
one
a
deep
tail light
scratch.
once on it.
That's true about Caleb and the taillight.
Offered to pay for it. Shelby never took me up on it.
Yeah, because I looked it up and it was like $20.
Yeah,
If it was like a couple hundred, I would have been like, all right, yeah,
pay
go
for
ahead.
that.
But I looked it up and it was like, do it yourself and do it for $6, especially if you order the part online and
Thank
you don't need to even take it somewhere.
And I
And
would've
I
paid
didn't
for
do it,
Right. Okay.
but the internet was like so easy you could do it in your sleep.
And I would have paid for that.
You would have paid for my sleep study.
Not to brag, but I have $20 like that.
I could drop $20 like you wouldn't believe.
You wouldn't believe how often I spend $20, even $40.
I almost accidentally tipped a bartender $20 yesterday because I got too nervous to ask for change.
Okay.
But then he was like, do you want change? Even he was like, this is inappropriate.
Valets do that to me all the time. They'll give me back change, like $3 change, where I'm like searching for another $5 to give them. They're trying to give me back $3. I'm like, guys.
I had a drink token because I was booked. She be booking.
Oh my God, she's booked. Welcome to our podcast, Booked and Busy. The podcast where you have to be booked and busy. You have to be.
You have to be. Have to be booked and busy.
You have to.
You guys have no
be
idea. Our guests are standing outside the window seeing us sing.
To be our musical guests.
Yeah, our musical guests are standing outside the window
If you
seeing us
wanna
sing.
be
on the
booked and
podcast.
busy. You gotta be
Booked and busy.
If you wanna be.
I don't want to be booked and busy.
I don't wanna be anything other than booked and busy like I've been lately.
All you have to do is get booked and be busy.
Hey, all you have to do is get booked and be busy. Yeah.
I don't want
Wanna
to
be anything other than booked and busy like I've been lately. All you have to do is be booked and busy.
Hey. Hey. So,
No, but there is really tragic stuff going on in politics.
and in our personal lives even too.
Yeah. Even as well. Even as well.
Can you believe that that we just gave Ukraine $18 billion? People were like, that's a lot, but it's like less than Twitter cost.
Let's do more songs, right?
Can you believe that Twitter costs more than Ukraine? And even Biden today was going to Congress like, please a little more, and it was still less than Ukraine. If you went to the store and had two things on the shelf, the cheaper thing would be the country Ukraine.
All right, you have $44 billion.
Over than the word website Twitter that actually has nothing but the ability for me to post words.
Yeah.
Ukraine has a whole life.
I don't know. I just don't find what's going on over there funny, Shelby.
No, me either.
But you're...
Someone yesterday was like, damn, we gave $18 billion to Ukraine. And I was like, that's not enough.
We need more.
Twitter costs more than the country Ukraine. That's crazy.
Damn. What would you do, though? Buy Twitter or save Ukraine if you had the money?
I don't want to answer.
Okay, I won't either.
Once I buy Ukraine, what do I do with it?
What'd you say?
Once I buy Ukraine, what do I do with it?
Liberate?
Oh, I want them to do... Yeah, so I'll buy Ukraine.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that, though. That's, I guess, what I'm
Liberate
getting
them?
to. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
be like... I'd have it and be like...
You're liberated.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
Pressure, get out.
Our guests are staring us down
Do they
through
have,
the window.
do they have
in a
COVID approval yet?
Yeah, do you think they have COVID?
We are so excited for our guests today. They are some of our best friends in the whole world.
And they're unfortunately also the most talented people in the whole world.
Unfortunately, it kills us to say this, but they are the best living band on earth currently.
And?
Of all time.
Yeah, and dead,
Frankly,
too.
past and future as well. Please make some noise. Put your paws, fins, and hooves together.
For the best band on earth.
Muna!
Okay,
Don't leave me well.
That was really good.
Wow. Well,
We should go on the road.
yeah.
Do you guys need openers?
If you guys actually, in all seriousness, if you actually wanted to, we'll fire the people we asked.
Shelby and I get up there and do our... You guys know Shelby and I have thought about putting out an album as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And then
do.
it would not be a joke.
Yeah,
We're going to try really hard.
It's called the album's called Unless question mark.
And it's like,
I
this is
remember
I do know this.
I do
yeah.
know this.
Yeah.
Have
Nothing
you written any
new.
songs for it?
We
We
write
have
songs every
ideas.
day, but
Yeah.
nothing.
We're always writing songs, really.
I think you guys understand this, but we write, I mean, every time we have a feeling, it's a song.
I wrote one the other day in the car. It goes like
Beautiful.
this. Shelby, come in whenever you want to, okay? All good either way, no worries if not. Yeah. And then you get this next part.
All good if not, no worries anyway.
Yeah. And then it would have, sort of a...
Wow.
You guys can see the vision.
This is really funny because I feel like we have a refrain for that's called "chill either way."
It's chill either way.
Wait, but what
You
is
guys
that?
could do a
Oh,
verse.
I don't think it's a song.
I know, but I feel
It's like a
it's
poem.
If not,
It's
no
either way. Yeah,
worries
it's chill either way.
anyway.
No worries either way. Not bad.
Either
I was opening
we.
for Muna.
I could be huge.
I kind of forgot it's chill either
But
way.
I would want, I don't know, maybe you guys wouldn't be into this, but if you were opening for us, I'd want like a lot of the songs to be about us.
No, that's
they
fine.
all
Kind of
are.
just like
Most of
introducing.
even the ones that you wouldn't think are
so,
about you.
so all good either way. It was about
give
us.
Yeah.
Can you
it's
what-
like
tell us
about
that
a
us?
was
little about
about if you guys wanted to hang out,
Yeah.
and we were like, all good if not, no worries, either way.
That's
Wow.
funny because what just happened before we started was that I asked you guys if
Yeah.
you wanted to go to dinner.
And but
Yeah.
you said, do you want to go to dinner after this, which would have been about 3 p.m.
Yeah. You asked me when to get
And
dinner
so
at 3
we
p.m.
were more
Which
like,
isn't off-brand.
I actually assumed that every professional podcast records for like 3 to 5 hours
No.
and then it's
Such is
edited
the way.
down.
It's so funny that Katie keeps calling this a professional podcast.
I mean, look
we
at
could
where we
not
are.
be worse at this.
Well, we've like abandoned our podcast due to how busy we are.
Yeah.
They're professionals. We are amateurs. Casey and Anya are professionals.
Well,
Shelby and I
that's
are
the fucking
jokers.
dream.
yeah, we'll be
isn't
nice
it?
to them.
Can I say
They're
fucking?
professionals.
Are you allowed
Who's
to cuss?
fucking?
Can I say fucking?
Can I say
Who's fucking?
fucking?
You guys can curse. Who's fucking?
Who's
You think Shelby and I are fucking?
You can say whatever you want.
I'm curious.
Well,
We're
I
into
did say
Costco
that's the
vibes.
fucking dream, but now that you bring it up,
Shelby and I have done hand stuff.
And some other stuff that you probably don't have a name for.
so no,
Oh.
and you guys, it's part of the songwriting process.
No.
It's completely separate.
It never comes up.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I wouldn't call it part of the songwriting. I would call it music.
I would probably it's part of the song making process.
I call it part of the love making process.
Yeah.
and
Making
in
music.
that and in the way that love is art, it is also music.
We get inspired by the sounds of our sex. You know,
Totally.
or sometimes.
What about the day that it was kind of like
Wait, what day was that? Who was doing that?
that
guys
was
fucking on a
November
horse?
2018.
Wearing tap shoes.
This, yeah, or the day it was like this, and Shelby goes.
Oh.
It does go like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Or kind of like,
Sometimes our sex is, and then yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's like Morse code you could do through the walls.
And sometimes it's just Silent Coyote, you know?
What did you say?
I never know Silent Coyote.
It's
No,
a
what is
teacher
he
trick.
saying?
Canadian teachers will be
Look,
like
it's like
Silent
a
Coyote,
camp.
and then everyone in the classroom has to.
I just did that without
Coyote.
even thinking about it. I saw Shelby.
I think Shelby, you've done this.
We're such
to us
sheep.
before.
You
I feel
should
like
do
we've
that
had
on one of your
this.
shows
Silent
before a
Coyote,
song.
Bruno.
You should just.
I basically do. Wait, do you guys
Wait,
know?
Lord should start doing that. Doesn't she shush people?
Wait, who should?
Talk about musicians.
Wait, who?
She handled it like a boss, though.
I have to
I
show
saw
you
a video of her talking about it.
Wait, who? Oh, Lord.
Shushing
I've been
people.
mistaken for Lord in a couple of elevators, but
It's funny.
What elevators?
when I lived in
Some of
I
the
lived
biggest
in Dallas for
elevators.
exactly 3 months.
Oh, your Dallas era. I forget about this.
My Dallas era, I was getting mistaken for Lord in every elevator I stepped foot in.
Didn't you get like kidnapped on a bicycle date or something in
What?
Dallas?
You are sort of mixing.
Sorry.
You're mixing so many stories into one story.
Okay.
But you're thinking of the time I did fall off my bike and then got offered a ride in a van that had no seats in it, and I took it.
Oh,
Not
no.
bad Caleb memory though.
I once went into a taxi that was just someone's car.
I fell off my bike really
How'd it
bad.
go? Were you okay?
I'm here today.
Yeah.
But I did. It
Here
was
today.
me and my mom. And I did look at my mom. I was like, "How are we gonna get out of this car?"
That's us.
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
we
Because
tried
you
to-
noticed that they
that's
have the
us.
locks sawed
That
off.
was us. That was us with the Wagoneer,
The Wagoneer.
the Grand Wagoneer.
Oh God, when we went in the Wagoneer.
I wanted
and
to
I
buy
almost
an
got
old
killed in the valley.
Wagoneer, and we got
the
in
place
this
to get
guy's
killed.
car, and he was like, "We'll just take it for a drive." And then he started driving up a mountain to where we were leaving civilization, and he was so scary.
Fewer and fewer houses, and he was being scarier and scarier, crazier and crazier. And I was like, I just remembered we have to be back right now. We have to go back right now.
And it took me a minute to understand, and I was like, "What do you have today?" And Caleb was like, "I have someone coming to the house." And I was
She was like fighting me. She's like, "You don't have anything today. We made time for this." I'm like, "I do."
"I just got a text."
He was
and
getting
he's like, "We have no
insistent too. He was
service."
like, "You guys have to go see this remote area." He's literally like, "I want to take you up to the dunes." I'm like, "The dunes?"
I still
We're
am
not going
stuck
to
on
the
not
dunes.
knowing what a Wagoneer
Wait, why?
is.
It's like an
why-
old
yeah, but why
Jeep
were you in the car?
station wagon.
Because he wanted to test drive it with us.
But who is? Oh, you were
Some random
I
man from
theoretically
Craigslist.
wanted to buy it.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
okay.
Never
okay.
gonna
Thank
happen.
you.
That's what we all have to.
You were thinking about it.
Hey, do you guys think I should?
I looked at some
do you guys
crazy
think-
cars.
I know you're gonna ask about your car.
What?
Which one?
You. I know you're gonna ask.
No, you think I'm going to ask a different question
What, if I
because
should
something
sell
has
my
come
car?
up since last time we spoke.
Okay, what is it?
Do you guys think I should acquire my dead grandma's red Volkswagen Bug convertible?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
You'll have-
Does
you
it
should
have
get
any
it
of the
shipped.
backwards seats
How many miles?
in the back?
What year?
No, you're right.
It's relatively new
Okay.
and not a lot of miles because she's been
then-
not able to drive
Then
for
what are you waiting for?
so many
Convertible
years.
as well.
What are you
Convertible
waiting
as well.
for?
What are you waiting for?
Oh my god.
I mean, like, it was
Sorry,
all of us. It was the four of us.
In a new band.
No.
What are you waiting for?
Katie had to get a solo there at the end.
Just testing it out. Yeah, that was
Imagine
right.
falling apart on the pod.
But don't get rid of
Wait, are you
don't get rid of
gonna
your car,
drive
though.
it to LA?
Well, my mom says I'd have to get rid of my car.
Why?
Well, she didn't say I
Why?
have to. I
Why?
guess she doesn't have to know. I figure it would be crazy for me,
No, have
a
two
single girl
cars.
who's 28, to have two cars.
Have two
will-
cars because one's for fun and the other one has more seats and you need it in case you go do something.
I will say,
I disagree. I say sell the Forerunner.
I would say sell the Forerunner,
Or for
and here's
cash.
why.
But you
Gas
think you're
prices, such as they are,
Such as they are at this
yeah,
moment.
you get like what?
and a
we talked about this, like,
humongous
16?
vehicle.
Yeah.
I think, monetarily speaking, it would be a more clever choice.
And
I
sell the
actually, I think I'm going
And
on
used
Naomi's
car
side.
prices the way that they are now, you'll get
Yeah.
way more than what it's worth. Real heads will know.
Aren't you an SUV kind of gal? That's my only
yes,
thing.
that's the craziest part.
Yeah.
But Caleb was like, if you really wanted to go somewhere, couldn't you just rent a bigger car
Or take the Jeep. Take my
or
Jeep.
take his
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Take my Jeep.
Then
Your friend
done.
has a Jeep.
You know what's
Jeep.
really you know what I absolutely fucking love is a convertible.
Oh, honey.
Okay, me and Joe are going on
I
joy
love a
rides through the city.
convertible. Yeah.
I love a convertible.
me out.
I'll take you guys out
Take
anytime.
me
I
out
need to.
tonight.
Top down on the Rangy.
Yeah, you have a
To be
Wrangler.
honest, that's
But I haven't seen the Wrangler.
That goes hard.
It's right out front.
sexy.
It's right out
Such a
front. You'll see it
sexy car.
afterwards.
I'll
yeah.
give it a kiss.
What is everybody's sexuality? Sorry, no, you don't have to answer. But
I feel really uncomfortable.
I kind of
I mean, that's
kind
Caleb did this to me for the first 3 years of our friendship.
really. That's cute.
Just checking in about your
Until I
sexuality.
was like, fine.
Because you were in the closet.
In the closet.
we've said this a number
Honey,
of
I
times.
was in a closet and it was Narnia. I thought
And there was a
it
glass
the whole
door.
world.
There was a glass door in the closet, and the lights were on.
Were you like
Everyone
fucking?
saw me in the closet. I saw me in a whole world.
Yeah.
I said, this is not a closet. This is Narnia.
Yeah, but you like were you like dating men?
dating goats.
Yeah.
Dating
We actually
goats.
have a similar interest in men.
Well,
We actually both want to have sex with men sometimes. And we
Totally.
like the same kind of guys sometimes.
Sometimes. And then sometimes.
When do you think that is? Well, I met Shelby. I've said this a number of times in the pod. I met Shelby, and I said, that's a lesbian. And Shelby said, I'm heterosexual. And I said,
We'll change that.
no. I said, no, that won't work.
We can work with this.
I said,
Wait,
no.
so
part
are
of
you
what our sex is.
bisexual?
I'm not a homosexual. I'm
fucking knows?
bisexual.
are you a queer?
Who fucking knows?
Queer.
The other day
I'm creative.
on Lesbian Visibility Day, I posted on our story
What did
being
you
like,
say?
I'm pretty sure I'm a lesbian.
Katie,
then you asked us to maintain
Katie
it.
wants to come out,
She pitched us. She was like,
Yeah,
should
but I'm
I
too
come out?
scared.
She asked.
but also I'm like you.
You're out, bitch. That's what you're trying not to say.
I think that's.
But also I'm like
Get
why-
out.
Pod's a
why?
safe space. Keeping records, safe space.
Why do I want to come out?
Yeah,
Well,
you're
I
the
don't-
lead singer
Joe
of a
said
queer
I know,
band.
Joe
I
said,
know.
stay in the closet, bitch.
I know.
Stay in the closet.
It just like because there are fans that still refer to me as bisexual, which is very sweet because I think that they think that's how I want to
But-
be referred to.
But aren't you actually pansexual because you're attracted to like trans like masks?
Yeah.
Or like
But
that's
isn't that technically
I
now
don't know.
what bi
I
is?
get confused these
well,
days.
that's what I'm saying.
We live in very
But
confusing
that's why I'm
days.
saying I'm like
It's like culturally, I do feel like a lesbian.
Then you might be
But
a
sexually, you
lesbian.
feel
Me too.
straight.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
very
but
attracted to a
sexually,
lot
I
of
feel
non-binary people, and I could definitely be open to like dating.
Why was I
don't know.
standing?
Listen,
like
I
this?
But
learned.
like cis men,
What
I
is
feel like at
this?
this point it's kind of a nah. It's kind of a no.
It's not working for you.
I learned that you can be a non-binary
What about bi
lesbian
men?
2 years ago.
Yeah,
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Culturally,
and actually,
I also
people
identify as a lesbian, by the way.
and we accept
And
you,
we
and
fully
we
accept
claim
that.
you.
I'm here.
You're claimed. We
claim
reference
you.
certain 90s female singer-songwriters as being lesbian claimed.
yeah,
Despite
like
so some people are
Alanis,
claimed,
like,
but they are not
Yeah.
themselves lesbians.
No, but like I really don't.
we love them all
I
the
really
same.
don't care, but it is. I don't know. There is something nice about giving people updates as you move on through your life. Because there was
Sure.
a period in my early 20s where I was hooking up with guys.
Yeah, but you were like sad.
on that note, Anya just told me that we have to take a break.
No, we have to take a break for ads.
Okay.
Oh my god, do you want to get into this?
Wait, how did we get it?
And we're back. Welcome back to Keeping Records. Keeping Records heads.
Whoa.
You guys might notice Katie has a different mic. I want to talk about that for a second.
I'm coming out as having a different mic.
Katie just came out.
Katie was doing nothing wrong. Katie did nothing wrong
Katie did nothing wrong.
With the last mic, but you
with
might
the
have
last
noticed
mic, but
it
she
didn't
doesn't
sound
have a new
good.
one now.
The mistake is on Anya and Casey.
And
Caleb and Shelby are blameless?
they were trying an aesthetic.
Yeah.
And that was beautiful, and I think you guys can agree about that.
Oh my god.
But in the end,
God.
audiographically,
There you go. Yeah. Work through it.
it did not
Pan out.
pan out.
It did not pan out.
It did not pan sexual
It
out.
did not pansexual out. It did not out itself pansexually. Muna, we brought you here for a reason.
Yeah.
Which is that we want to ask you guys if you, and we created this question specifically for you.
We've never asked it before.
Never asked it before, never will ask it again.
Oh.
If we were making a new golden record today,
What would you
what
put
would
on
you
it?
guys put on it? Yours.
And absolutely, we are ready for this.
And absolutely, we're ready.
And absolutely, you are prepared. And I will say to the listeners,
Nobody
Muna-
has taken this
Muna
assignment
had a
more
little
seriously.
couch meeting. No one's ever on this show taken this so seriously. They were very ready.
I think one of the things that the listeners, the record heads, are going to see today is kind of like how our
Earnest you are.
collaborative decision-making process works.
Okay.
You know, like what it's really like to.
And what it's really like is having a shared note.
It is having a
having
shared
a shared
note.
note.
When you open your phone and you have 18 text messages,
what's
sometimes you need to
interesting?
make a shared note.
You know what's interesting though? Did anything that wasn't text
make it onto the
make
note.
it on the note? No.
yeah.
wait. Oh.
Well, we're not going to talk about that one.
Okay,
Let's
so
talk about
wait,
that.
so the first one that we put
Okay.
on here is like anybody who is.
Anybody who knows us knows this.
Yeah, you guys probably already know that we're obsessed with this. It is a movie. It is a film.
It's a
and,
vehicle for a few like true stars.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a film that has
Freaking out. I haven't
affected
seen it.
us deeply and is there for us when we need it the most.
Like,
It's
it's
affected
Avengers.
And I
thousands, if
think
not
we've
millions.
seen it. I
It's
think we've
Ant-Man.
seen it.
It's Ant-Man.
I've seen it at least like 8 times. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, just Infinity War.
The film is, I really hope y'all
Friday
have seen
Night
this.
Lights.
I'm so fucking
I don't
film-
think they have actually.
Name, oh well, if
I
they
think we've
haven't,
talked
then we
about
can
this, and I
just
don't
talk-
think
we
they
can just
have.
talk about our relationship to
I
it,
think
and
I
other
know
people
what it's
can
going to be,
explore.
and that's the worst
I don't
part.
want you
Can
to
you
ever
guess?
say it.
I don't want to be wrong.
Is
Is it Xena?
No, but we did talk about. I guess we
don't
talked
like
I
that.
still haven't
Talk
seen
about
a lot.
Xena.
I haven't either, and I was really scared.
what's the one?
Don't be scared.
What's the one with the?
It's not Coyote Ugly, is it?
the guy who says, "Say hello to my little friend."
No.
Is it Scarface?
yeah, we were really
Is it the one with the
affected
little
Are you
rat
thinking
that
that
was
they
adopted
keep-
into a human family?
Chef Rat.
Stuart Little.
Oh,
You
Ratatouille.
know, wait, I do love movies about rats. Like I
Oh,
really
okay.
do love
You're talking about
them.
Ratatouille.
Yeah, but Ratatouille
San
is
Francisco's
okay.
giving
Has
rats birth
Ratatouille.
control now.
anyone seen
Ratatouille.
Has anyone seen the
Hold on,
mouse
did
and the
anyone here
motorcycle?
No, I was.
Has anyone seen what? The mouse,
The mouse
and
and
what?
the motorcycle.
No.
No, that's
really
that's
you have
obviously
amazing.
a spin-off.
No.
Really,
That's
really
100% a
drives
spin-off
it?
of Stuart Little.
Yes, it's like there. It's like maybe early 2000s,
drives
90s.
it?
It's like kids movies. It is unbelievable.
Do they ever play Bad to the Bone?
Honestly,
Have
maybe.
you ever seen Rat in the Convertible, Stuart Little?
No, but this is more important.
Did you guys
no
know
worries.
that San Francisco is giving rats birth control?
I just told
Are you serious? Is it actually true?
A fact that I came up with on my own.
They said it to it's good, I guess.
Is it a real fact?
It is a real fact. San Francisco Globe wrote an article about it today. But
San Francisco, the place, wrote.
The Globe.
The Globe.
San
The
Francisco
Globe?
Globe.
Yeah.
they wrote
Oh.
about it today that there's so many now that they're giving them birth control as like a more humane way instead of like trying to poison them.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually.
Stop it at
nice.
the source.
Not
How do
bad.
they give them birth control?
Pill.
Probably a pill.
How do
Yeah.
they give them
They
the
stop
pill?
the rats on the street and say, "Come here, come
The
here."
rat has a
Put it
little
in their
alarm on its
food.
phone, and then at the same time every day they stop to take a pill.
And it says,
Have they considered turning them all gay somehow?
They tried that.
They tried
They
that
tried that.
Oh,
first.
They-
San Francisco?
they
They
tried
took
that.
all the rats and they actually started screening Blue Crush for them, and they were like, "Be gay,"
Yeah.
and then
What was the
nothing happened.
thing where
Didn't work because all rats are boys.
What if Blue Crush was the
And
film?
mouses are
That
girls.
would be
And
amazing.
mouses are girls. Rats are boys,
Rats are
mouses
boys,
are girls.
mouses are
That
girls.
is true.
Mice even.
What's the thing where he says, "We're turning the frogs gay"?
Alex
What?
Jones, InfoWars.
I know that
Shout
from
out
the
to
Dorian
Turning the
Electra
Frogs Gay.
video.
Shelby and I are the leftist
InfoWars.
Alex Jones.
We love that.
We're Alex
Yeah.
Jones for people who have funny colored hair.
We're spreading misinformation
Funny
from
colored
every political angle.
Yeah, we like to spread misinformation that makes people really excited, but then when they look it up, it's wrong. They're stoked.
The movie that we're putting on the record
Yes.
Whoa! Pivot.
Pivot queen.
I was shook by that, to be honest.
is the movie Spy, starring Melissa McCarthy
and Rose Byrne.
and Rose Byrne.
And Miranda Hart.
See, neither of them have seen it.
I've never even heard of it.
Are you serious?
Okay.
This is gonna
It's hard to say.
This is gonna be an amazing night for us.
Did you say Melissa
There's
Joan Hart?
something wrong.
No,
Melissa
Miranda
Melissa
Hart.
McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
We're not Sabrina.
Miranda Hart
Miranda Hart.
from the UK.
I think if the
Miranda
one
Hart?
thing that
Oh,
people
Miranda Hart.
that
Miranda Hart.
we can
Who's
do
Miranda
with this
Hart?
with our appearance on this podcast is like get more people to watch the movie
It
Spy.
is
Yeah, it
so
really does feel like an
good.
agenda.
You guys put out a single this week.
I-
You want the movie Spy? With
I
your baby?
really want.
You know what you need to do? You need to take a Xanax.
Okay.
And you need to drink a glass of wine.
Baby, that's not how we watched it. That's how we flew to Paris that one time. That was a mistake.
watched it once.
Take a Xanax. Drink a glass of wine. Get in your car.
Watch a movie you've never heard of.
You're not even gonna remember it.
I watched it on the plane.
Here's
like
what
that
I-
You
once.
did?
Yes.
I want to be really clear if what I whispered to Caleb just now even makes it a little bit onto the podcast.
Wait.
It has to be
What did you
cut,
do?
cut.
What'd
I
you
want you to
whisper?
start whispering something.
It's not gonna be funny to you guys.
Oh.
Shelby and I've got a lot going on in our personal lives right now.
Oh, I see.
Nothing. There's just something
Something
about the Xanax and the wine.
Something a bit. And something a bit.
We'll talk about it later. No worries though. Watching Spy. Now what happens in Spy, I wonder?
Nothing
Okay.
involving wine.
Well, I will say we watched
no,
this.
keep it going.
So on the most recent tour, we watched it on a day off on the bus, and we
What were you
turned.
guys touring for?
Clowning.
we actually all
Circus.
it's actually a bug, like Shelby's getting.
actually on
We're
the-
clowns, yeah. And we each take turns driving the little bug.
Slam poetry.
Then you hop out.
We were on a mouse motorcycle tour. Yeah.
I almost just ruined a mic.
Almost. That's cool that you guys went on tour.
Almost.
We did.
Wait,
and
hold on.
and we were on a bus.
I was there. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
And you were there.
I did come to one.
And we showed this movie to the guys that we tour with. And
None of
they,
whom had heard of it.
And they
Which is-
as well.
were
what is going on?
fucking blown away.
They were blown away.
Because
liked it?
every
They loved it.
If you
this
guys don't
movie
like
is
this, I'm gonna be
wall
hurt,
to
though.
wall, top tier entertainment and laughs. It's
Yes.
the type we were talking. Weren't we talking about like what did you call it? A studio
The studio comedy.
It is
The studio
it's
comedy
peak.
revival. We need it back.
We love that.
We
Yeah.
need a studio
Broad.
comedy revival.
Give it to me.
So
I love it.
Give me a laugh
and
a minute.
Jude Law is in this movie as well.
He is.
Jude Law.
So do you want like the plot synopsis a little bit?
Give a little synopsis.
Give us a
I'll give
little.
a taste.
A
No
little.
spoilies.
Not
Okay.
spoily.
Don't
no
spoil it.
spoily. Okay,
Are you
so
guys inviting us to watch it together?
I think we
I'm
should.
really
Oh,
gonna watch
I would
it.
love to.
I actually own it on Amazon Prime.
Screening all good even. Either way, no worries if not.
Yeah, I want to do a screen.
I would love to.
Okay.
I would love to. We could.
I can ask Melissa to come.
We could what?
Take a Xanax.
Take a Xanax,
drink
drink
some
some wine.
I know. Also, me as someone who like is essentially
You're not
sober.
gonna do that,
Yeah, I'm
no.
not gonna do that. But
But you want other
guys.
people too. That's actually one of our most toxic traits, I think. It's like we don't want to use substances, but we do like it when other people.
I'm saying.
are
Yeah,
around us.
enablers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
I guess yeah, enablers.
I've seen Katie drink
okay.
a mocktail or two.
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty.
Something
I love a mocktail.
with
You
the
do love
rosemary
a
sprig
mocktail.
sticking out.
I'd rather have a soda.
Now, who's
Coca-Cola.
the spy, Dr. Pepper?
Oh,
now, who's
okay,
the spy?
so here's
It's Melissa
here's a little
McCarthy.
plot synopsis, but
It is.
But
Okay, it had to be.
Opening
Scene.
Yes.
Jude Law is a sexy spy on a mission.
Now, how old is he
powers.
here? When was this made?
Like
I want to say
2000
2011, maybe.
Oh, you really think
Is he
that?
hot in 2011?
Yeah, he looked pretty
Well,
good. I mean, it's
open
yes and no.
to
Yes and no.
discussion.
It's a tough room to ask.
I don't, honey.
It's not like it's what's that movie? What is that movie? Gattaca?
Gattaca.
No, not
Yeah,
Gattaca.
Gattaca's a
no,
hot
you know
movie.
the one with Ethan, the one that he's
Ethan
in.
Hawke?
What's that one in?
Ethan Hawke.
What's that one?
Oh, yeah, it is Gattaca.
What is Gattaca?
Gattaca.
Not Gattaca, but he looks okay.
Not
He looks
Gattaca
like a-
hot.
no, but
He's no Gattaca era.
not
It is
Gattaca
Gattaca,
hot.
not Gattaca.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah,
Gattaca, Jude Law.
He was very hot in
sexy,
that, yeah.
Sexy,
I agree.
sexy,
Sexy,
Okay, so
sexy.
anyway,
Ooh,
so
cha-cha-cha.
Jude Law is a spy and he's on a mission, and Melissa McCarthy is working in the spy office because
In his ear.
That won't work.
Did he look like
Shelby-
this? This is from 2011, Jude Law.
He looks a little bit more like
That
that.
won't work.
We can go ahead.
You got mad that I was
we
on my
can go
phone, but
ahead
I
and
was
pitch
helping.
that to whoever might like men. The
thing is,
you
yeah.
he weighed in.
You did, and it's a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass, so
No,
that's
I
fine.
mean, he seems like he has a beautiful soul. Sorry.
Beautiful.
I actually think he looks like he has a menacing soul. Is that okay?
What?
Caleb has a beautiful voice.
Who is that? Jesse McCartney?
Jesse McCartney.
Jesse McCartney.
Yeah.
Originally, I thought I was
He just
so
did a
straight when I heard
TikTok
that
singing
song.
that song.
Really?
Yeah,
I would like to see it.
for real.
He did okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
He's
Melissa,
okay.
there's like a spy office.
Some could call it the CIA.
I don't know if that's how it really works. And
But would you
in
call it the
spy
CIA?
I
office,
think it is
You-
the spy
Melissa,
office.
Melissa is working at her computer, and her
in his
job
ear.
is to be in his ear, helping him.
Wait,
You
wait,
pointed-
wait.
Maybe this is the opening scene.
But don't give away what
I'm not
happens
going to, but-
Katie was ultimately saying she's supposed to be in the ear, but I thought she was saying listen to me because she disappointed before she got to that part.
Ba-do-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
I'm excited for my
I'm
friend.
excited.
I'm
Luke
excited for
Luke did a song last week.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, that's awesome.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Moving on though. Oh my god, that was so much fun. Sorry. Okay, random.
Okay, absolutely random.
Randomly
vibes.
went way too long with Mooner. Mooner. Wow, we went too long with Moona.
We had a lot of fun,
We had a lot of fun.
and we went too long.
So this is going to be a 2-part episode.
You're gonna get to hear from them again next week.
Congratulations, gay people.
And straight people that are close to the edge of gay.
And straight people who are about to have a conversation.
Straight people who talk to their therapist about how maybe things might be a little off.
Straight people who frankly need to call their mom.
Or dad.
Or send an email.
That's how I did it.
I know. That's what I was referencing. I did individual phone calls all in one day. I stacked them up.
I did an email and then a phone call.
I said 12 p.m. calling mom, 12:15 calling aunt, 12:45 calling dad, 3 p.m.
Well, I just did mom and dad, and then we recorded an episode of the podcast, and I sent a text to my siblings being like, if you listen, you might learn a little thing about me.
There's gonna be some faggot energy coming off of me on the pod, or dyke, whatever.
No, but for real, if you're not gay and you're listening to this podcast, look
You're gay.
inward.
If you're not gay and you listen to our podcast, newsflash, you're gay.
Which is, by the way, a compliment.
By the way. And if you're straight and you listen to this podcast and you really believe deep down in your heart that you're straight,
That's
and you think
okay.
there's no way it can change, stop listening.
No.
No, stay. We want you.
Get more straight people to listen.
Get more straight people to listen.
See what they think.
Well, yeah. Well, get straight people to listen and really take notes, analyze.
Learn.
It's
grow.
like going to a class. Yeah. It's like biology when they set out all the rocks.
This
in the
is like a
lab.
class.
Yeah. Except instead of 27 rocks in a lab, we set one gay person on the couch every week. And we say, what do you think about culture?
So
Yeah.
we'll talk to you guys again next week.
Moving on next week.
And the listeners.
Love you guys.
Big time.
Big time.
That was a Headgum original.